Well, good afternoon to all. It is a pleasure to be here today, and I also acknowledge the traditional owners that has been done, and thank those 5 individual speakers for pretty powerful stories, and probably in the last 18 months through Parable and some of the other meetings that we've had, the stories that I've heard have made me embarrassed. And not just to be a police officer, it was much, much broader than that. The speech, I have got a written speech, and the reason it's written is because you get one chance to try and heal the wounds of 40 years, and it's tough. And just to give you some sense of comfort, I was still rewriting it on the way over here, because I thought to myself, well, what do I say? What do you say? And I will read it because it's important. It's because it's more than just the words. But I'll start with, as the Commissioner of Police, I'm personally sorry. And I'll also finish with that. But I'll put that into some context, if that's okay, as I read this for you to hear. 2018 marks the 40-year anniversary of the first Mardi Gras in 1978. It was a cold night in Darlinghurst on the 24th of June, when a small group formed to commemorate the International Gay Solidarity Day. The violence and almost 200 arrests that followed in June, July and August established a historical landmark for Sydney's gay community and for the New South Wales Police Force. Some 38 years later, as we know, the New South Wales Parliament issued an apology to those participating in the events of 1978 for the harm and the distress that you experienced. The Sydney Morning Herald also apologised for their part in exposing participants to further hurt and suffering through publishing of their names and more personal information. And at the same time, our corporate spokesperson, now Assistant Commissioner Tony Crandall, on behalf of New South Wales Police, formally apologised on behalf for our actions. Since that time, I've personally met with a small number of the 78ers. And I've read and I've listened some more today of their stories and those of others, particularly gay men during the 70s, 80s and 90s who were shamed, embarrassed, abused, assaulted and arrested just because they were gay, lesbian, transgender, or as the stories have heard today, they were just simply different. To the 78ers, thank you. The movement for equality began with you, which is a pretty powerful statement. As a New South Wales Police Force Commissioner, I am truly sorry for the way that you and the LGBTQI community was treated back in 78. The actions of police and society and the laws behind them at the time were wrong. They caused a deep and damaging rift between police and in particular decent citizens who just happen to be gay. To the LGBTQI community, I'm sorry for our mistakes in the past. We acknowledge the pain and hurt caused by the actions of government agencies, driven by the indifference of society. But with my personal vow, never to take a backward step, the New South Wales Police Force has worked extremely hard to mend this relationship over the last few decades. But I give you a personal undertaking, you won't take a backward step. Our GLO, our GLO program, has been instrumental in building trust and confidence in policing services amongst members of the LGBTI communities. Today, our organisational commitment receives national acknowledgement and endorsement as a healthy framework of community engagement that continues to build relationships of trust amongst police and the LGBTI community. Today's police force, the police force I am privileged to lead, is diverse, and we are proud of that diversity. Our relationship is growing, it's healthy, and we are positive about the prospects of a better future together. But I felt that future wouldn't be the same unless I came here today and said sorry. So now, closing the speech, the challenge is for me not to take a backward step, to continue to endorse and promote diversity, and the fact that we march now at that same time, I think, is a powerful statement. Tony Crandell, I feel as a police officer, has done more to bridge the gap than any other single police officer has, and I want to thank you for your courage and your leadership, followed by Jackie for you and your team. And I would ask that you continue to challenge me as the Commissioner, and you've talked about some other things today, some other opportunities that I will take on forward. But my one challenge to you is this: we have so many decent police out there today who want to help. We need to give the community confidence that they can come forward and report crimes. Well, I promise you we'll get everyone right. I wish I could, but I can't. But my great fear is that someone is sitting at home today, a victim of a crime, and they don't have the confidence to reach out. And maybe it isn't northwestern New South Wales or southwestern New South Wales, but there are good people in this room that will take the call. And those of you that work closely with New South Wales Police know who the good police are. And I would just ask, as a small challenge from me in the relationship, that hopefully today does close some wounds that have been out for a long, long time. And I can't imagine if I came close to meeting the mark in terms of what an apology looked like. But I would just ask that we want to continue to grow the relationship. We don't fear the criticism. We don't fear the past. We acknowledge the past. But I can't take those steps forward without you as a community, and without you understanding that we will make mistakes. But those mistakes aren't based on the biases of 1940. You know, I was a 10-year-old boy sitting on the beanbag watching TV, naive to all of it. Now, some 40 years later, read stories that make me sick. Can't change that. But I can make you a promise we won't take a backwards step, but I would much rather step forward in a partnership. And that's what I'm here to do. Thanks, ladies and gents.